You know the scene in Dumb and Dumber where they're driving through the Rockies and Lloyd has 2 gloves on and Harry says his hands are freezing and then he reveals that he has a second pair of gloves and then they fight, right? Hello, we're in the Rockies. My hands are sweaty. You can have my gloves. It's a classic scene. It's beautiful, but it makes you wonder, like, why the hell didn't you help me out when I needed it? That's what Republican voters are asking right now of Governor Doug Ducey in Arizona, who suddenly decided that he has the power to build Trump's wall. In Arizona, there are massive gaps in Trump's wall. A lot of Trump's wall was completed because Arizona has a Republican governor, it has a Republican legislature, and they greenlit, of course, Trump building the wall. There's a huge, beautiful wall there. We've brought a documentary team down there to show it to you, but it's uncompleted. It is incomplete. You can see the wall rusting in the middle of the desert. And so what you have in a situation like this is Donald Trump's wall acting as like now a funnel for all of the criminal migrants of the world to go through these small passages where they can get through. You could see the rape trees where rapes occurred, the child smuggling, the children's toys. While we were there, we watched a ton of criminal migrants pour into the country, and we call them criminal migrants, not because they're necessarily bad people, because they're just literally breaking American laws. You're not allowed to just come into this country. And so Doug Ducey has now decided to start building his own wall made out of shipping containers, saying that he has had enough. You can see the footage of it here. Massive shipping containers being stacked one on top of the other, double stacked for 1,000 yards. These would be 60 shipping containers closing the gap in Yuma, Arizona, exactly where we were. It certainly was lawless bedlam there in Arizona. It's going to cost $6 million. Hold up. This is going to cost $6 million. You could have just fixed it the whole time. What the hell were you doing? You didn't have the ability to just do this many months ago and stop hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of criminal migrants from flooding into this country? The fentanyl, the prostitution, the abuse, the human slave trade, which is what this is. Insanity. Anyway, Ducey says we've had enough. We've tried to work with the Biden administration for the last 2 years. Now we're going to take matters into our own hands. We're going to complete a 1,000-foot gap in the border wall. The double-stacked shipping containers are about 22 feet high. They'll be linked together and welded shut. Well, it does seem like you might be able to get over that. It'd be very hard to get over Trump's wall. It's pretty intimidating when you stand next to Trump's wall. It's huge, it's massive, and it'd be hard to get up over top of it. Trump's wall is 30 feet high. This is only 22 feet high, but the Yuma sector is seeing the largest spikes in border apprehensions in human history, the largest in American history. And the people who have made these treks are making life hell for the people inside of little teeny Yuma, Arizona. Super nice town, bunch of friendly people, about 100,000 people live in Yuma, and they are being swamped and overwhelmed. Doug Ducey, I don't know, man. It's a little bit too little, too late for me. He's going to be putting up this wall. It does seem like you could have done it right away. Why didn't you take that step? Texas said that they're building a wall, but it doesn't seem to be helping none too much with Texas border deluge. It is insane. Check out these clips. Look at this stuff. This is what's happening in Texas just over the last 24 hours in a place called Eagle Pass. So why isn't the Republican governor of Texas, with Republican supermajorities in the state legislature, building the damn wall? What's the holdup? Man, we want to get answers to these questions. Declare a state of emergency and then build that damn wall. That's exactly what needs to happen. Kari Lake's told us this on our program, saying that she's going to declare a state of emergency. She's going to declare an invasion, and then constitutionally, she has the right to protect her own state. Texas should do the same. The Texas numbers are astonishing. A 700% increase in Cubans, a 275% increase in Venezuelans, 245% increase in Nicaraguans, 1,900% increase in Turkish nationals, which is a hotbed for ISIS terrorists, and a number of attacks get launched from Turkish territories at Americans in the Mideast, and now they are pouring across our borders. 12,000% increase in Colombians, and ladies and gentlemen, you're catching everyone from Chinese to Russians. Just tell the Biden administration some Russians are sneaking in over the border. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden will say, hey man, come on, man. You're not allowed in here if you're a Russian, unless you're giving Hunter millions of dollars, and lots of crack. The footage coming out of Eagle Pass, Texas and Arizona, it just shows exactly how delinquent and belligerent these Republican governors are. We need Republican governors with stones in their shorts and with iron in their spines and with the ability to stand up and say no more and to close down their own borders. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It happens inside of blue states all the time when they don't like something that the feds do. And as Kari Lake so aptly says, what you gonna do? Arrest me? Come at me, Fed. Listen to the great Kari Lake on this program. And declaring an invasion, this seems to be a big topic of conversation right now. So circling back to Texas, kind of on the fence about declaring an invasion, that seems to be a large growing movement with hundreds of thousands of signatures for the governor to do that. Will you declare an invasion? And what would that mean legally for the state of Arizona?
On day one, within a second or two of taking my hand off the Bible, and taking the oath of office, we're going to issue a declaration of invasion. And that invokes basically our Article 1, Section 10, our constitutional right to protect our state and defend our state. You know, the guarantee clause, Article 4, Section 4, requires that the government protect us from invasion. It's a dereliction of duty. They're not doing that right now. Joe Biden is allowing the cartels to take control of our country. And there's a remedy in the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, that allows the states to take control and protect their people. We're going to do that on day one. And we will finish President Trump's wall project. We will get our Arizona National Guard down to the border to stop people from coming across. And we're going to start sending people back who have snuck across. Joe Biden wants to give them all amnesty, and he's in the process right now of basically letting them go. And that's why they come over here with a smile on their face, because they know under Joe Biden's regime, they'll be able to stay. And I have news for them. They can't stay. We are going to be sending people back who have snuck over and come over illegally, because we cannot afford to take on the world's problems. And we need a strong governor to do that. And what will happen is the cartels will get the message. They can't run people through our state anymore. They can't run drugs through our state, and they'll go to other states. And those states' people will pressure the governors to do the same. And we'll get a coalition of states together to finally, for once and for all, protect our border.
So news breaking this morning that Biden is going to finish Trump's wall in California, protecting California's collapsing economy. But let's say that there was a coalition of states that declared an invasion. What would this look like federally? What would happen next? Right?
Well, we'd have an interstate compact where other states, and it doesn't have to be border states. I mean, think about it. If you're in Indiana, if you're in Wyoming, if you're in any state, you're feeling the effects of this illegal immigration. You're feeling the effects of the cartels funneling fentanyl in. People are dying. Our young people are dying at record rates. And so we're going to ask every state to chip in, help us out, send your National Guard as we need them. And we will put boots on the ground and protect our border, stop people from coming across while we finish constructing that wall. We're not going to do this. Right now, we're doing this. And we're going to finally start doing this. And we can do this, and we're going to need to put some teeth in this. We're going to need to put a little bit of money into it. Hey, if we have to bear the burden, we will in Arizona. But I think other states and the people of this country would be okay if other states help us with that burden. And when we finally get a legitimate president in office, and I believe it will be Donald Trump again, we will send the bill back to the feds and say, you owe us. Pay us back for what we did, because we did your job when you failed America, when you sold us out, and when you gave control to our border to the cartels. This is slavery, and this is indentured servitude. These people come over, they have to work, and they have to pay back the cartels. And they're not even free, because they have to pay back money to the cartels. The fact that our government is allowing this to go on is outrageous and simply unacceptable.
Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry, and then to meme them crying. Their tears taste like ice cream. We ridicule the establishment, and we do so because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you liked what you saw, please click the thumbs up. Please punch, subscribe, and ring the bell to let you know when we have a new video. Don't you want us to let you know when we're live? Please check out more of our videos here and sign up for our mailing list in case something happens and the plug gets pulled. We want to be able to keep in touch with you. My name is Benny Johnson, and thank you for watching. Based Patriots, stay free.